I was already. We are live on Smooth FM.
Yes,
So
indeed.
what's up, Uncle?
What's up, people?
Okay, people. Locker room is about. Come on.
Yes, indeed.
Internet is trying to reconnect, so I think you should reconnect. This place is cold, I beg.
It's
Every
cool,
time we are doing it for the equipment. The only equipment a day here. I'm too cold for all this drama.
It's good, though. It's very, very good. This whole thing, I know just everything happened today. All the system, the whole thing just it has shut down like 4 times now. 5. What am I even saying? 4. Okay.
Okay, that's reconnected.
That's connected.
Okay, let's go. All right, people. Time to start. Hopefully, I don't freeze before the show is over. Because this
What
studio.
about Dr. Rosemary?
Doctor's son is not feeling well.
Okay.
So she's been going back and forth with her sick son. But she'll be fine. They'll be fine. So we'll probably see them next week. So
Is it a toddler? How old is he?
which one is toddler again? What is age is toddler?
What age is toddler? I
You
think
sure it's small boy?
1 to 3 or 4.
I don't know what toddler means. I didn't know what toddler means. Yeah, it's 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock.
Explain now. She don't kick in now. Make ad play.
So we'll open phone lines today.
Okay. This thing keeps getting caught on my chair.
For wear trouser.
It's so cold. It's so cold. It's freezing. You ready to talk me while I leave on my hand everything else.
Not for you what's not here. That man is caught for my house.
Alright, we're going in.
Hey ladies, don't you just hate it when people with beautiful, even tone skin refuse to tell you their secrets? They tell you all they do is drink water and mind your business. Then I finally tell you, give you a 50-step routine. I'm not saying those things don't work, but thankfully, I found the secret to maintaining glowing, even tone skin. Lux Even Complexion combines active face ingredients with carrot oil and exfoliating beads.
It's even tone is the problem.
Beautiful glow. Lux Even Complexion.
It's the even tone. Or some of your part of your body is to see sun. Some part of it is to see sun.
Alright, we're going in.
Yeah.
Don't shut down.
Wait, that's it. It's shut down.
That's what's happening.
Oh, yeah. Cancel the show. Can they hear us though?
Don't shut down.
But that sound is still going out.
Welcome.
We'll do that. I'll write it blind. You're listening to Smooth, the 98.1 at Love Music, Love Life. It's a Smooth Breakfast Show. Now, first of all, I'd like to apologize to everyone listening that we couldn't have our usual Feel Good Friday, Lagos Talks 981. That is because there's some technical difficulties, and we're trying to fix that. So apologies for that. But hey, it would be too much unfair if we do not bring you Locker Room. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-conforming gender, please welcome to Inside of the Locker Room. Joining me live today is the Queen herself, Her Royal Majesty, Royal Highness, Tega Supreme. Good morning, Tega.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Yeah, I like that. Royal Majesty.
Tea.
Woo! It's Friday.
It's Friday. It's a feel-good Friday.
It's a feel-good Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we made it into the cold studio. So if at any
It's
point you see me
freezing.
frozen, it's the equipment that they are monitoring. It's not me. I'm cold, but they say they are using it for the equipment. But how's your weekend going? This is going to be a great weekend.
I know. So
There's
much is
Real
happening.
Barcelona.
Mhm.
There's Chelsea, Manchester United, and for that we must open phone lines. Yes. And then there's Real Madrid, Sevilla. So really, really big matches this weekend. So let's get to it.
Let's do that. Let's do that, shall we? Now, you can always join the conversation. Send us your WhatsApp messages to 0809 444 0981. We're streaming live on YouTube, by the way. So go on to YouTube at Smooth981. That's at Smooth981 on YouTube. Send us messages to 0809 444 0981. Let's get started, shall we? The NBA, LeBron James inspires LA Lakers to overtime win over Indiana Pacers. LeBron James returned from suspension to inspire the Los Angeles Lakers to a 124, that's 124-116 overtime win over the Indiana Pacers in the NBA Western Conference. The 36-year-old was banned for one game after clashing with Detroit Pistons Isaiah Stewart on Sunday. I was just taking what the defense gave me, just trying to get into a rhythm, James said of his late shooting. I understand that it's closing time, it's winning time, especially in the fourth quarter and overtime.
Again, I said it. The Lakers have been inconsistent this season. So it's either they play one good game, one bad game, which is what they did over the past week, or they play one good half and one bad half, and they didn't start the game very well. They were trailing. They had to come back into this game, and he was the one that really rallied them, especially in the fourth quarter. So this game was missing AD, but LeBron scored 39 points to get Lakers to win. Russell Westbrook also added 20 points, one of his good games. Again, his form has also been like the Lakers. He's had some good games, some very bad games, but this Lakers team was the team that when you saw the roster with Carmelo Anthony, with AD, with Russell Westbrook, with LeBron, you're like, just give them the ring already. Give them their rings, let them go. But the team is not doing anything. I mean, flip over to Golden State Warriors. They're at the top of the Western Conference table, and a completely different result without Clay Thompson, by the way. So uh, I think the Lakers team is a little imbalanced. Because when you have Russell on the floor, you have Carmelo on the floor, you have AD, you have LeBron, you're like, who am I going to give this ball to? Who's going to shoot? Where do we go? The options are a bit too much. Not enough space for the rotation and all of that. So a lot of drama with the Lakers. But he was back for this game. Got them, scored 39 points, got them the win. I'm waiting for the time where I'll see them win consecutive games. So maybe when they have a good run of games back to back, then you can say, okay, they're beginning to understand each other. But for now, the struggle with the team is real.
Nice one. Let's move on now. Jurgen Klopp clarifies little tournament AFCON statement comment. It was ironic. That's what he says. Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp was keen to clarify his use of the phrase little tournament in reference to the Africa Cup of Nations tournament, insisting it was meant as a frustration in an ironic sense and not an insult to the tournament.
Okay, so let me just cut it there and let's go back to what started this issue. He was asked that it's a good thing his team survived such a busy period, and now there's no more international games up until March, when the final international games will take place. And he said, that the problem is not over. He now said something like, there's a little tournament in Africa, and I think also Asia and South America will also be playing. Now, when he made that statement, I, Tega Onojaife, sitting in the corner of my house, watching that video, felt it was a little bit of
Sitting majestically at your
yes.
house, not the corner.
No, it was a corner because you don't know where I was, what was happening in my house. But sitting in the small corner in my house, the first thought I had was that what he meant was, you know how you say, oh, there's a small matter of the World Cup. It doesn't mean the World Cup is small. It just being sarcastic with your remark.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a small matter of Christmas. Doesn't mean that
Mm,
Christmas is a
it's
small.
not. Yeah.
So I understood that that's what he meant. But a lot of people just thought, how can you say that means you're belittling Africa? I
Yeah.
think the first thing I would say on that matter is that because European leagues have consistently tried to belittle the AFCON tournament over the years, it didn't start today. It put his comment in a different light because I mean every time it comes to AFCON you see the European clubs just trying all their possible best to hold their big name players. Like this tournament is not World Cup now, why must they go? They've always over the years they found a way to belittle it, the African tournament. So if you're African and you had that tournament, you saw it in that light. um so there was a backdrop for the rage that came on online, following some African journalists saying that. But I don't think that that was what he meant because when I heard it the first time, my thought was what I said. But I also understand why other people understood the other way because again, European clubs have that history. So he now after he makes that comment, people go online, people are talking about it. So a Nigerian journalist now gets the opportunity to speak with him during the UEFA Champions League and asked him the question that, look, you said this and it came across and it was an insult to the continent, to the players and to the fans. And he said, no, I didn't mean it like that. I don't know why you people understand like that. What I meant was, and he clarified his comment, but he was saying it grudgingly. Now, to me, again, the tone the Nigerian journalist asked the question in was a little aggressive. He was like, "You said it, you said it." But and then the way he answered again was also aggressive because I would think that you're not going to answer every journalist like that.
Yeah, it was matching his
Yeah, he
energy.
was matching the energy. For me, I would say that if you are communicating, which is why I have a problem when I'm talking to new broadcasters I want to come on radio. I said communication is not about telling people how intelligent you are. Communication is about making the other person listening to you understand what you are saying. So if you came out and you spoke in you spoke Queen's English with the best British accent. As far as I'm concerned, the English own the English language. So any other accent, you spoke in the English in the best English accent. Your tone was sharp. Your face was, you were eloquent. But the person you were talking to did not understand what you say. You have failed in communicating. So for me, if a lot of people didn't understand that comment, you can't say, "Oh, it's your brain that is not." That means there's something with the way you pass the message across. Because when you watch the tape, normally when you see people making all those sarcastic or wry comments, they have a slight smile. He had a straight face. You can say that that's how his face is. But the fact is, there was a miscommunication. A lot of people misunderstood. So if you're going to clarify the matter, to me, your tone shouldn't be aggressive. You should be calming down. You should be humble. Some people, there are many people that didn't understand the comment. And I saw remarks from people from across Africa. So it was Ghanaians, Nigerians, Kenyans, Senegalese. Clearly, you did not pass your message well.
Well,
You can't come and say, I'm not responsible for your brain. You're the one communicating. If you can't let the other person understand what you're saying, you failed in your communication. Period.
yes, let's move on now. Michael Carrick came through his first game as Manchester United's pre-interim manager with flying colours on Tuesday, and should he mastermind a win at Chelsea in the Premier League on Sunday, he might even earn a longer spell at the helm. Goalkeeper David De Gea, who described United's defeat at Watford as embarrassing, said the team must retain the level they managed in Spain.
Yeah. So he has come out after the Watford loss. Of course, they dominated in Villarreal, and so they are in a good place. But when you dominate in Villarreal, you get a little bit of breathing space. You now come and it's Chelsea, top of the table Chelsea. unbeaten
Of all
Chelsea.
people, Chelsea.
You understand? Informed Chelsea that they have team A, team B for good measure, and team C in their
Press
coach's
down,
brain.
shaking
You
together,
know,
running over.
Thomas Tuchel has created a system that is daunting. So before you get on the pitch with Chelsea, you are not questioning how do I beat people. From the minute you start second guessing yourself before the game starts, you've lost a step mentally. And so it's a tough task for Michael Carrick. And yes, they did a good job at Villarreal, but this is Chelsea. European champions Chelsea. Do you understand? It's a tough ask, but they have to do it. You have to play the team in front of you. Now, I would say this in Villarreal, what I saw was players rallying themselves even beyond Michael Carrick. And sometimes that happens. A new coach comes in and suddenly every player wants to get a new starting point because it's a clean slate. So they want to get enough starting points. So they jump in and play their best. So what I saw in Spain was them rallying themselves to win that match. Um, so I think what they need to do again is keep up the same energy, keep up the same momentum, keep up the same hunger and urgency, because that's what will help them. The players played a little differently under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. They started to look a little like Adesica, like if this plan works out, if it doesn't work out, but on Wednesday, sorry, was it Tuesday or Wednesday? They look like a different team, so they need to have that urgency and that hunger against Chelsea. And maybe if they cause a little delay in Chelsea scoring, then they might, get a chance to look in. But the way Chelsea are playing, more getting goals from everywhere. Even Rhys James has turned to goal scorer. Rhys James has more goals than some strikers in the Premier League. And so, if you say you want to stop the midfielders from scoring, the fullbacks are scoring. So they're getting goals from everywhere. We are only waiting for the day that Edward Mendy will score. Then we'll just know that okay, it's finished for Chelsea. So it's a tough ask. I don't know if they are going to win. We'll wait to see that happen. So on that note, we also hear that Manchester United has found a new coach.
Nice.
Yes, they have agreed for an interim coach to come in till the end of the season. Maybe because they are still, you know how it is. They have an eye on one other girlfriend, but as Christmas is coming, you don't want to spend Christmas
You know
alone.
what?
Let's just
At least you have to use someone to. It's too cold. It's cold season at
let's
the
just
moment.
end the year with
No,
somebody. So
next year you can start.
they found a new coach. So we're not going to talk about him until everything is officially announced. But so let's talk about the Chelsea Manchester United match. You think Manchester United can stun Chelsea this weekend? So Judith, give them the number to call.
Yes, call us up on 014489981. Again, 014489981. Send us a WhatsApp message to 0809444091. We're going for a break, but we'll have messages here on our YouTube page. So go onto YouTube and stream us live. We're at Smooth981. This is Chima Obi Victor, and he goes, communication really matters most when communicating. I think our journalists should learn on how to ask questions. B comes in with, in an age where everything you say is captured, Klopp needs to say what he means and mean what he says. Let's move on now to WhatsApp here. I have a message here from Ronson, and it goes, Klopp has apologized, though he starts with on Lakers. I think Lakers is overrated with an array of stars in their arsenal. Well, let's wait for the crunch, which is the playoff. And he goes on to say, Klopp has apologized, stressing that English is not his native language. So his statement was misconstrued. So that journalist was a Nigerian.
Yes.
And then he goes on to say,
No.
all right, all right. Oh, he was listening to us there. This is Tayo from Aja. Klopp was taken out of contextual on watching that interview. The interview was almost physical with the journalist. With the journalist, thank God it was on record. Carrick is proving his credential on continental soil. Please don't bring a foreigner. He has a match on. He has one match unbeaten run already. A club in club DNA. We stand signed. Opposition fans.
You just want Manchester United to lose so that you will have your opportunity to win.
What? Let me see, or is this Father Osi sending us a ticket there? Let's see. This is Oluwa Tosin from Yaba. God no go shame Manchester United. There's no pressure on the team. Everyone expects us to lose. In the NBA, Adetokunbo LOL remains the GOAT. We need to go on a short break. When we come back on the other side, we
We'll
see
be
your
taking, yeah,
calls.
we'll take your
We'll
phone
take
calls when
them.
we come back on the break.
Stay
Yeah.
with us.
Wake up, the smooth breakfast with
Okay, so let's do some Spanish lessons. This is the hair.
the best of
David the
everything
hair.
in
That's
the
the
morning.
Spanish word, like big man's name.
Okay,
Not
David, the hair.
Yeah.
David, the hair.
No, the hair.
The hair.
You don't pronounce the G.
Oh, the hair. The hair. The hair. David the hair. Okay, Manchester and then Tottenham manager Antonio Conte.
No, that one, they doesn't need any lessons. Okay, so with Spanish, they pronounce every single syllable.
Okay, the
But
hair.
they pronounce every single.
All vowels? Of of vowels, not consonants.
Oh, consonants, yes.
They don't
Every
pronounce the
single, they
consonant.
pronounce every single syllable, every single one. However, their words are pronounced as something else.
Okay.
So if when you see a
The
V,
high.
when you see a V in Spanish, it's pronounced a B. So all these vamos people say it's actually vamos.
Vamos.
Yeah. Or when they're talking about window, they say you see it's spelled like La Ventana, but it's pronounced La Ventana. Or you see a vase, it's called, it spells El Vaso, but it's actually pronounced El Vaso.
El Vaso.
So it's a little bit of,
the hair.
yeah. So yeah. So when you see a J, it's not pronounced as a J, or G is not pronounced as a G. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a crazy language.
I know it is. It is. It's
Because
really
they even
wild.
have Mexican Spanish.
Yeah.
Then they have
Yeah.
Spain Spanish, and they have South American Spanish,
Yeah.
and those people have little tweaks to their language, even with the way they use words. So me, I learned Spanish.
Yeah. Ronson, thank you. Thank you, Ronson. The hair.
No mind Rossi, he thinks everybody here is just be doing only sports. We don't all only do sports.
The hair.
So it's crazy.
The hair.
Don't spoil the boy's name. Oh.
I'm trying to remember it just so that
You're not going to pronounce it again.
yeah, no, just in case of next time now. I mean, you never know, his name might come up again. Do you get?
So it's crazy. I know people are just saying the Nigerians need to ask questions. The guy asked a legitimate, because it was a conversation on Twitter. You know, I hadn't watched the interview. So I just saw one. First of all, it was one Ghanaian journalist that said, AFCON will never be a little tournament. I was like, who has come to pick on Africa again? next another journalist.
Hello.
He said his own. This other person said his own. And it is not unfounded. Time and time again, they have tried to make the AFCON look very small, just so they don't release their players. So I think it was on the backdrop of that once he said little tournament, everybody just rushed. But
Yeah.
even I watching it, I thought he meant, there's a little matter of, he wasn't belittling the tournament, he was just using the term
Ironically, yeah.
and he didn't apologize to Ronson. He did not apologize. I watched it, he did not apologize. He didn't say I'm sorry. He said, I don't know why you understand it like that. So yeah, Ronson, stop telling us stories. He didn't apologize. One apology he didn't give. So if he had said, I'm sorry you misunderstood me, that's not. He didn't even use the term I'm sorry. He just said, I don't know why you understand it like that, because I never meant it like that. I'm not saying Africa is little or the tournament is little. So he now started getting
agitated just because you misconstrued
like,
him.
yeah,
Be like,
no,
I don't know where. Yeah.
If many people are not understanding you, it's your communication.
Yeah. And welcome back. You're listening to Smooth, the 98.1 Love Music, Love Life. It's a Smooth Breakfast Show. It's the second half and the final leg right here inside of Locker Room 981. Join the conversation today. Send us a WhatsApp message to 0809-444-0981. You can also call us up on 01-448-9981. Hello? Hello? Tega? Yes, good morning. Your name, please, sir? Ibukun. Where are you calling us from, Ibukun?
I'm calling from Ikeja today.
All right, go right ahead.
Okay, I'm a Man U fan. I
Okay.
think if we're lucky, we'll get a draw. No, if we're lucky, we'll get a win.
Oh, if you're
We
lucky,
play
you
well,
get a
we'll
win.
draw. Yes, if we play well, we'll get a draw because Chelsea, at the moment, they are technically and tactically better than us. Let's be truthful. Their coach, their staff, and they're in a groove. I think they've gelled to the point where they're a well-oiled machine. There's the German efficiency we see in that team now. And sorry, Tega, to speak about Klopp, can I just say this?
Yeah.
He was being sarcastic in relation to the fact that the FA, the board, had said that there was nothing going on until the international break. So he now said, like, oh, there's a little tournament in Africa.
Yeah, Ibuku, I said all of this. Yeah, no, I know what you mean, Ibuku. I'm just saying.
He's not a native speaker, so it's not his fault.
No. I'm saying this.
Communicate well.
Ibuku, if you're communicating, communicate well. Period. I'm not saying it's his fault. I'm saying I understand. I'm saying I understand what he said. However, he should also understand that he could have been misunderstood.
No, he said that.
He didn't apologize. He didn't apologize.
He apologized.
He didn't. Go back and watch the video. He didn't apologize. He didn't say I'm sorry once. He never said I'm sorry.
All right, Ibuku, thank you so much for.
I think the guy was attacking him though. The journalist was, I think it was the Nigerian journalist, attacking him, and he was like.
He was on the defensive. Yeah.
He was, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for your call. We have to let you go for other callers. Hello? We lost you there. Keep your calls coming on to 014489981. Again, 014489981. Hello? Hello? Yes.
Good morning, Judith and Tega.
Good morning.
Okay, Robson from Obalende.
Ronson from Obalende. Go ahead.
Okay, for me, that game, Chelsea have been formidable this season. Tega has finally said it because out of 25, almost 20 games, they just conceded 5 goals. And it's a team that you can't just say their main striker, their 90 million pound striker, has been injured. And they're still scoring from all corners. This James is calling, this Nigerian born guy, Loftus-Cheek, he's just playing the football with his life. Different things. So, Chelsea now, I don't know what the point is, Tico. Even in Champions League, I think Chelsea is the team to beat.
Yeah.
They are not conceding goals. They are scoring. They are so mean in their defense, and their defenders have scored. In fact, the last statistics said Chelsea defense has scored 14 goals. When some attack lines haven't scored up to a fraction of that. So, Man U, I'm sorry, but football could be somehow on a good day. Something will just happen. Chelsea will just play all the whole ball and Man U will. But to be realistic, to be a realistic man, Chelsea is taking the day. I can't shout.
Thank you so much, Ronson, for your call. I appreciate your call there. Let's see who the next caller is. Hello?
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name, please?
My name is Ebuka.
Ebuka, go ahead.
Yes, I want to comment on the club and the journalists issue.
No, the club and journalist issue is not the issue on the table. It's the Chelsea-Manchester United match that is the issue on the table.
Okay, I know that that's not the issue, but you just let me.
Okay, you can send that to WhatsApp.
Just send it to WhatsApp, Ebuka. We're going to read it out loud. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name, please?
Yeah, my name is Eze from Ojo.
Okay.
Eze. Go ahead, Eze.
Yeah. Tega, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. Please, Tega, I want to clarify. You're a Chelsea fan because the way you always analyze Chelsea, there's this soft and this pepper and Maggie that you add to it when you always analyze.
Meanwhile, there are Chelsea fans that meet me on the road and say, you don't like Chelsea. This is a different one, is it?
It's not about me liking Chelsea because I said it the other day that when City lost to Crystal Palace, you were like, Pep, stuff like that, complaining about refereeing this. And I told you that Pep is like that. But when it gets to the Christmas January period, you now start seeing Pep going 15 and 20 games unbeaten run. And people you were laughing about it. But City have not lost since then, and they've been winning all their matches. And now you're talking about Chelsea and cooking it all up. They are unbeaten. They are this and that. But I'm going to shock you. Chelsea are still going to come down. I think they won't be that consistent in the longer run. And that's where Pep comes in. So I just wanted to clarify, if you're a Chelsea fan, but you keep telling us you don't have a team.
I don't have a team.
Eze, I have to let you go, but thank you so much for your call. I appreciate your call there. Let's see. That's our final caller for the day. Hello? Hello? All
All
right. I
right.
don't think there's anyone home. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. So let's just take the messages.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some people have said Manchester will chop it. People have said if Manchester plays well, they'll get a draw. So let's see how it goes.
This is Yemisi. He goes, Liverpool has been beating everybody anyhow. They will add Southampton to their list. Chelsea Man U is a draw game. The late Margaret Thatcher used to live in the Chelsea neighborhood of London. Don't know where that fun fact came from. This is Ibukun from Ketu. Good morning, Tega. Tega is a Lewis Hamilton FC fan. That's more like
That's the
it.
only
You're a
club I
listener there.
support, Lewis
That's a
Hamilton.
listener there. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave that one. This is Emeka from Amuo, and he goes, Klopp said what he said. I heard him loud and clear. People, especially Liverpool fans, are just trying to use English to confuse us and justify what he said. I beg, he should have just apologized and let's move on. As for the Chelsea versus United game, Chelsea will eat United like a boneless chicken. Carrick on the wheel. Cruz comes in here. He goes, Taga, I think Zizou has a chance of going to coach Baka than Manchester United beating this Chelsea this weekend. British reporters should spare Klopp. 2-year English. And then he goes and say, Lewis Hamilton. Okay, anyway, moving on here. This is Shei. I goes, Taga, Wiko Bureau, Judith, Kekwanu, Jurgen Klopp should apologize publicly twice a week for 2 months for slighting AFCON as little tournament. Judith, please WhatsApp Manchester United coach to allow Chelsea share in their promo this weekend. And that's all the messages I can take here. Well, I mean, that brings us to the very end of the show, Tega, because we're pretty much out of time. Any final words? Or she puts her mic down. She doesn't want to talk again. Anyway, thank you to everyone who called and also sent their messages as well. To Ibukun, to Ronson, to Ezi as well as Ebuka. Big thank you to you guys. And that brings us to the very end of the show. I think there's a problem with my system. Let me see if I try to fix it. But hey, thank you so much. You can catch a replay of this show on YouTube. So go on to YouTube at smooth981.fm.